I'm getting really, really sick of this. I'm getting really tired of having to repeat myself over and over again. So today, in Berlin, there was an attack. A van drove through a crowd of people celebrating Berlin Pride Parade that they have every year. It's a huge parade. It's one of the biggest. And they injured, I think at this time I'm making this video, this is subject to change, 17 people and one person is dead. Okay, so it's a breaking story. There are going to be things that are going to come out and change throughout the life of the story, you know, average. So the suspect is an Islamic extremist. That's their suspect right now. That's what I read, okay? I'm not going to say anything about the rest of the Muslim population because of actions of this one person.
Understandable.
But what I can say is the people who were celebrating about this were all white men, young white men with crosses in their profiles. Because we've all seen it. We've all seen how you guys react towards gay people and how you wish harm on them constantly. I get a constant hate on my videos, especially about trans people. You're not going to hide behind another scapegoat group and pretend that they're actually the violent ones when it's you. You hold the same exact beliefs that this man who did this attack did. And you're trying to distance yourself from it. And you know why you're trying to do that? It's because you're ashamed. And you should be. Average. So the suspect is an Islamic extremist. That's their suspect right now. That's what I read, okay? I'm not going to say anything about the rest of the Muslim population because of actions of this one person.
See, very good. I agree. That person is what you would call an extremist. They are not necessarily representative of the rest of them, right? Okay, I'm okay with that. We can just leave that there. No big deal there.
But what I can say is the people who were celebrating about this were all white men, young white men with...
Okay, I'm just going to tell you why you think they're celebrating this. They're not celebrating this because people are dead. Okay? I'll be real, they're not celebrating the event in itself, right? They just like being proved right. I think that's normal human behavior. I don't know. Maybe, you know what? They're not saints. They're not. And they should probably feel bad about that, I guess. But realistically, they're sick of the hypocrisy of people like you, right? People like this pink-haired, nose-septum dumb bitch, right? People like this who go and they literally in the same sentence say, okay, this person is an extremist. I will not judge the rest of them off of this. But some rejects in my comments who have crosses and are white men, oh, them, yeah, since they did these comments, they didn't kill anybody, right? They didn't actually do anything. They comment, and that is proof that all white men are ashamed, or some, like, whatever she wants to say from that. That's the first one. Like, how are you holding those two things? Like, you're holding, like, there's two different standards there. So an extremist can go kill a person and do a terrorist attack, but you're not going to judge the rest of his group based off of his, right? But there are some, like, retards on the internet that hate on you or hate on some video, right? And then we're going to extrapolate that hate into, oh, it's some kind of, we're going to turn that into something that it's not, and then we're going to cast that out on the rest of people as like an identifier. Like, I don't know, that's just not very fair, in my opinion, because we're dramatizing one side to fit our worldviews, and then we're like giving much forgiveness on the other side to fit worldviews. I liked her view on the Muslims. I agree. On the extremists, I agree with that. But let's apply that good logic consistently, right? Is that so terrible to like be logically consistent with what you're talking about? I don't know. And also, why the white guys are happy, bruh, is because you're inconsistent. They want to show you that you're inconsistent. You say you care about the gay people, right? And the LGBTQ causes, and you look like that. But then you want to import the people whose religion really doesn't support that. If anything, I would say their religion is just a little bit against that. I'm not too well educated on that. But I mean, if there are any Islamists out there that want to tell me that Muhammad like fully supported trans people and gay people, I mean, feel free to educate me. But until that happens, this is where I stand. So, all right. Oh, okay, let's see if this is cool. Neighbor, okay, in of Ballout, both went to elementary school together. So the neighbor said, everyone in this neighborhood knows Abdul, and everyone here in the neighborhood is radical. She continues, saying that many pretend to be good Muslims, but they are not. They live a total double morality. See, okay, and this is the issue. What I think is the issue. And I think a lot of other people, I don't think the immigrants are the problem. I don't think letting them in is the problem. I don't think the religion is the problem, okay? I think the same problem we're seeing here is the same problem of why there are school shooters in America. It's echo chambers, right? The school shooters in America are kids that go online and find echo chambers and then get radicalized within the bounce back of crazy shit. Same thing is going on here, okay? Everyone in the neighborhood knows Abdul. Let's read these words. Everyone neighborhood knows Abdul. Everyone in the neighborhood is radical, okay? I mean, I'm sure all of you have seen this, but I'm just going to give you an example. Back in college, okay, I went to a university that had really good relations with China. So we had a lot of Chinese foreign exchange students. There was only one dorm on campus that had a full kitchen, okay? So, given the fact that Chinese students don't necessarily always like American food, they like to cook. So, the large majority of Chinese students, and by large majority I mean almost like every single one of them, lived in this one dorm. There were some kids who lived in America for 4 years, and they might as well have been living in China. They stayed in their room, they made their Chinese food, they played League of Legends, they went to their classes, they didn't learn to speak any English, they didn't make any friends outside of Chinese friends. It was like they were in their own Chinese bubble in China. Why are you here? Or why are you in America? Why? Just go do that in China. They just want to go on a vacation away from... Realistically, they just want a vacation where the school's easier and they have no responsibilities and their parents send them money. And then it looks good on the resume. That's fine. I get that. Well, they're paying a lot of money to do that. That's fine. These people are coming here. They're having more children than the Germans. That's just a fact. They're getting money from the government. That's fine. If the government wants to give them money, let the government give them money. I'm an American. I personally don't give a fuck, right? But like, I understand that the stats out there that people integrate after like two generations, bro. But I don't think okay, that's fine if they're coming in at like a trickle rate, right? But if they're coming in at like really high rates, 2 generations is too long. Like they're just living in there, and the same thing happens with the Mexicans back home too. It's like they stick together, they speak their own language, they don't go out, they don't make friends. And that's not all of them. There's a lot of them that do. And those people are great, and they're probably a lot of the most successful people, other than the ones that make money off of their own people in those groups, right? Those people make money as well. But yeah, I just thought I'd talk about that because I have a little story there. Yeah, and this goes to show it too, exactly what I was talking about, right? This guy was born in Germany. He was literally born in Germany. And then this person saying that everyone in the neighborhood is a radical. So he was born in Germany, but he wasn't living in Germany. He was living in a bubble of wherever he's from inside of Germany while reaping the benefits of living in German society. By the way, right? Because that bubble doesn't necessarily produce German society. It's a leech. It's literally leeching. It's literally a parasite. Let's be real here, okay? They take their own society that is not successful in the same way as the German society is successful. And you know why the German society is successful? Because the people are actually they listen. They follow the rules. They do what they're supposed to do. And the government had a good plan after World War II, and people ate bread and were very frugal and followed all the rules, and everybody ate shit for a long time so that Germany can be the place it is today. And I see that in the grandparents around here and how they live and how they think. And they were disciplined. They were frugal. They were good. And that created the Germany we're in today. And now these people that didn't create this country, that's parents didn't create this country, just come in and they just like, oh wow, nice. Germans are freaking pushovers. I can do whatever I want. Oh nice, they'll give me money. I'll do whatever I want. That's just, it's very rude. And I'm not saying everybody does that. I'm just saying it does happen sometimes. And that what I'm mainly saying is that the people who created the country to be as great as it is today should be the ones to reap the benefits of it. And there are a lot of other people who are reaping benefits that they don't necessarily deserve. Yeah, that's what I say. Okay, here we go. Okay, you want to do this? Let's do this, okay? Let's just do it this way, okay? IS supporter. Why is someone who is a known IS supporter allowed to be free in Germany? Do we not care about our people? Do we not care about the Germans, about our parades and our shit? Huh? I don't give a shit if he's a Muslim. I don't give a shit if he's fucking brown or black or purple or yellow, a Christian, an atheist. I don't give a fuck about any of that. This guy is a known IS supporter and is walking around. That is disgusting. If you are an IS supporter, I want a freaking microchip in your neck. Okay, I want a fucking chip in your neck. And if you do anything, torture. I want this guy waterboarded, not dead. He needs to be made an example. Give him some old, I'm sure you guys know some like really good torture tech around here. I'm sure you got it in some history books. Yeah, make a fucking example of him. Like, make all the other IS supporters more afraid of the German government then they are happy to get to their 72 virgins. Yep. You know what? They want to get their virgins by doing some dumb shit that makes our country suffer or this country suffer. You know what? Make them work for it. Make them work for their virgins. Don't give it to him right away. Don't shoot him. Nope. You know what you need to do. They're going to work for it. Make them deserve it. Yeah. If you're an IS supporter, you should not be able to be a known IS supporter and walk free and be able to do whatever you want and go to a fucking class. Bro, if you're an IS supporter, I don't care if you're a German or not, like, go to prison, go to a different country, get the fuck out of here. Like, that's the worst part, is that he's a known IS supporter. So